Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Players Vibe. Today we'll be tackling E3, rather the aftermath, giving you your thoughts and impressions, tell you what we feel. And so to get things started, what we got up here?
Moose McLeod.
NYC Burnt Crust, what's up, yo?
The Master, the Great Shake.
Alright, Gambit 7, followed by
Enigmatic 11.
right behind the camera. And so, now that we're here, let's figure out what we think about E3 as a whole. What's different about this year, and why do we think E3 is what it is?
Man, E3 falling off, man. It's getting worse and worse, man. This E3 is one of the wackest E3s in a long time. It's horrible, man. It's overall grade for this E3. I will give it a D for such sake.
I think that's actually a fair grade, giving it a D.
A D. I'm being generous too. I'm being generous.
They're starting to go a little bit more commercial too. They're having Kobe Bryant come in there now.
Kobe Bryant sucked.
Does he even play games?
No, man.
Nah,
Yo, I don't
He's
know.
just in there to attract more, attract more people.
And he's getting paid a shit ton of money. So,
But biggest surprise for me, I think for everybody, gonna have to be the price of the PlayStation Vita. $250, a straight up low blow to the Nintendo 3DS.
I was agree that they cut down the hardware specs to half just to meet the price. Or
I don't know about that, man, because the games still look pretty damn
It's still
good.
very good.
Uncharted looked pretty amazing.
They
But-
even had some footage on that Street Fighter versus Tekken on there too.
It did look laggy as fuck though.
Did it?
It did, yeah, it did look laggy. Maybe because of the early ass alpha build, but I'm pretty sure the final build will be amazing looking, just like the consoles, because it's basically a mini PS3, the PlayStation Vita, for $250 to $300 for the internet service, man. AT&T. What do you guys think about that?
Wait, how much?
$300 for the internet?
$300?
Yeah.
No, it's just a $300 version.
The $300.
Oh, I was about to say,
It's like there's a Wi-Fi.
$250 Wi-Fi, $300 for the internet.
It's how AT&T is going to be the supporting
AT&T.
company for
Okay.
the PS.
Okay.
PS
So,
Vita.
PSP guys have a lot to look forward to, at least in terms of...
Yeah, and the biggest feature that caught my eye about the PlayStation Vita is the dual analog sticks, man. That's gonna be perfect for shooters, third-person shooters, FPSs, and that's where the 3DS is hurting right now.
Just
One
the way you play
slider-
games in general.
Yeah, so the 3DS is a little bit behind right now. All they got going for them right now is just the 3D, because the PlayStation Vita got the gyroscope, it got everything else but the 3D effect.
which
there
I
you go.
won't be using that much anyway.
But it's too much strain in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Xbox completely bombed this E3. Xbox is...
Oh yeah,
Xbox.
Microsoft conference.
I agree.
I don't think we should even mention Xbox, man. That shit is...
Microsoft conference equals push connect like a mofo. That's all it was.
Really kind of talk about...
Everything was Kinect.
Basically, the Kinect wasn't meant for us hardcore gamers. The Microsoft show was more meant to be seen for the casual people, man. Not for us.
It really
They're
is
trying
for
to make
kids now
sales
because
of a lot of the Kinect.
They're trying to pull off
Come on, Disneyland games?
Yeah, they're trying to do what Nintendo did.
Disney, we got this.
I mean, it's disappointing.
They did start off with Modern Warfare 3, but were we all surprised by that?
No.
Were we all shocked? Were we all amazed?
But
Honestly, it looks
that's
like
the thing.
Modern Warfare 2. I'm just looking forward to the multiplayer for that game.
Wait,
That's the
so
thing for all of E3 though. This entire E3 was just like nothing really surprising. Besides PS Vita, it was just bland. It was blah.
Yeah, okay, so as far as E3 goes, the definitive part of what made E3, at least back then, was that it always held surprises. It always brought about the first news of whatever it is these developers had in mind. But now what we're seeing is, a whole bunch of titles that even have been leaked or been known about even before E3 came about. So
Well, another reason why E3 could be like bombing too is because of the fact that everybody expects it now. Like back when E3 got really popular, when they released the Halo 2 trailers, everyone was like, "Oh shit, Halo 2!" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now it's like, oh, Halo 4.
Oh, Halo 4. Oh, wow, they're milking the
They're
franchise.
going on one title and then they're just making more.
They're milking that.
I
Well,
agree.
it's not the fact that it's also the fact that gaming is a lot bigger now than it used to be.
Yeah.
Like 2 out of every 10 gamers are girls too, and that's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot
compared to back then.
Yeah.
I agree. I think part of what's bringing down E3 is gaming has got to the point, like Buzz was saying, is that everything is coming to like sequels, and we kind of know it. Especially when a game sells, Modern Warfare.
Yeah, we're
You
expecting.
know it's gonna be another one. Halo.
And
You know
it's
gonna be
not
another
that
one.
different from the.
Well, if you know
So it has.
Activision, you know everything's gonna be coming out 10 times.
So like in the past,
Like, you already
a game like Halo 2 was a surprise. Nowadays, we know it's coming, and it's just, oh, okay, now you're releasing next year, okay.
And you know what I think is affecting it a lot more? I mean, back in the day,
Leaks.
sure things were getting leaked, but now it's just come on, Halo 4. That
It's
leak
almost
was
like they
bad.
did it
I
on
mean,
purpose.
oh, we all knew it was coming, but it's like really the way that Microsoft ended up doing it. It was just
No
it was
gameplay either.
terrible. And you know, with you know how they were doing the Project Cafe and everything. Everyone knew that it was
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
For months in, what were we already talking about? Maybe even in the last video. We were
Last video.
Everyone was
just
just you know speculating on
Do
what
we know
you
anything
what
new
was
now
gonna
that E3 just came out?
And I think in the last video, I said they're gonna go all out on the controller, and that's all they did. They went all out on the controller.
So much so that the
Yeah, the Nintendo's conference was very confusing, man. Because all they did was just show the controller. They didn't even show the console. After the conference, we had to go to Kotaku or Joystick.com to see the console. Why couldn't they just show the console in the conference?
maybe
Why are you
they
gonna show
should
a bunch of third-party games that are already gonna
They
be
just
out?
showed you the tablet, right?
Yeah, all
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
was just show you the controller, which is 6.2 inches wide and it has 2 sliders on the top, which I don't know how FPS games are gonna work without the click.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it doesn't click. These are those are just same
What?
sliders,
Well,
just
I
like
know,
on
I
the
know
3DS.
that the Wii controllers are compatible with the.
Yeah, it's compatible with the Wiimote, so you're.
Well, yeah, that's because you can't use, probably not gonna be able to use 4 tablets.
Yeah, when Nintendo's
Like,
trying to
trying to
cater
do
to
it,
the
though.
casual and to the hardcore. That's why Wii Wiimote
Yeah.
will be playable
Okay,
on that.
I think that's going to be a motif from now on at E3 because gaming is there's a lot of casual coming out now. It's really big, and that's where a lot of the money is. And I think future E3s is
But let
unfortunately
me
a lot
give you
like
the
this, where it's
hardest-
going to be a lot of casual shit.
Let me give you the hardest question for this video right now. Who
Bring it
won
out.
E3 out of the 3 conferences? Who won?
I choose option D. No one.
Yeah, I don't think anybody won this one. Nobody really impressed me that much, to be honest.
Nobody won. There's no.
There were
winner. You gotta pick a winner, man.
There were
if
only-
I had to choose one, it would have to be Sony with the price of the Vita.
Yeah,
$250.
that's fair.
And that was
Okay.
surprising. 'cause
I
was
agree.
A lot of
I mean, the
people-
only two good, only two.
Sony was disappointing. Oh, they did announce
Yeah,
Sly Cooper
yeah,
4. I didn't
yeah,
expect
yeah,
that, but I didn't
yeah.
really care about that.
Yeah.
Nintendo did announce Luigi's Mansion 2, a sequel that nobody cared.
3DS.
Nobody wanted. Nobody cared about. Nobody asked for Luigi's Mansion.
I have to say that. I have to say
Where's
that was a bit
F-Zero?
surprising.
Well,
I did not see
F-Zero,
that coming.
man.
F-Zero.
No,
Right?
F-Zero,
nobody
DX.
saw Luigi's Mansion 2 coming because nobody cared about Luigi's Mansion. Alright?
I'm really
You
curious
gotta
about
see what
Luigi.
you have not seen coming. What is it? Luigi's Mansion
But
2.
I think
Right.
Nintendo completely messed up this E3 because for one, they didn't show no games. They started off with an orchestra, whatever. They showed Skyward Sword for like 10 seconds. Then they showed like 5 3DS games that we know that are coming out. Then they showed the Wii U, yes, the controller, tech demos that are not real games, and a bunch of third-party games that are not even footage from the Wii U. So Nintendo completely messed up. They didn't show anything.
Yeah, this E3 felt more like a really weak GDC.
Microsoft.
This is the kind of crap that I expect from a GDC. E3 I expect, I mean, and I guess I shouldn't anymore, something like really surprising.
But
At least one, like, I mean, at least we have PS Vita, but I mean, like, at least, one really surprising game that's just like, oh my gosh.
That
No,
looks amazing.
So alright, we already talked about the conference. What are your game of the shows from what you've seen at E3? From what you guys seen, out of the trailers, out of the gameplay.
I'm liking Ninja Gaiden 3.
Alright, he's like in Ninja Gaiden 3. From what you've seen, right?
Yeah, from what I've
Alright.
seen. So
What about you, man?
Honestly, man, I thought the only thing that caught my attention, at least for the shooter aspects, the Ghost Recon Future Soldier.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
even
good.
Oh,
sure.
Ghost
if
Recon.
I think
That
the
was
game.
What the
yeah.
I'm not sure if the game itself is gonna be good, but I like the fact that you could actually customize the weapons down to the gas system. I mean, that's some stuff you can only do in real life.
Yes.
So at least it has that. At least.
And for me, I'm gonna have to just say it's gonna be a off-the-wall game right now. Nobody really expected what I'm gonna say right now. Rayman Origins, man. I'm sorry. That's the only game that caught my eye. Rayman Origins. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, we all know who Rayman is. Rayman is back to glory, to his former self.
Really?
Rayman. Check it out. It looks like a combination of New Super Mario Bros. And Donkey Kong Country Returns, and has nice HD 2D graphics. Check it out. Rayman Origins. That's it. Everything else sucks.
I gotta say, I mean, it really wasn't that impressive for me, but Mass Effect 3, the voice commands, was kind of interesting.
I feel like
except for the
that-
fact that you have to use Kinect, because, why would we be able to use a headset with a microphone on it with voice commands? But I mean, that's kind of interesting, unique, but overall, eh.
You don't need to put a headset for this.
No, you have to do it with Kinect, or they claim you're supposed to do it with Kinect, and it doesn't work with a headset.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Which is why I was like,
That's dumb.
why wouldn't I be able to use a headset for voice commands, because the headset doesn't have a mic or anything.
Oh, that's ridiculous. So someone else could just randomly, you all could be playing a game and then someone would sprout out open and you don't want it to open.
Well, no, it's voice commands from Mass Effect 3.
Okay.
So like when you're in battle, you can actually give commands to your ally, to your
Okay.
people, and they would actually like battle. So it's more strategic, but yeah, I really want to pay for Kinect just to do that.
And I saw some new games announced in these. I saw this one game from Capcom called Azura's Wrath, which looks like some kind of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, it looks like
You've seen it. It kind of does like a completely over-the-top game. The gameplay doesn't look all that, but from what I've seen in cutscenes, they look pretty crazy.
Alright.
Elder Scrolls too, man.
Oh, of course, Skyrim. Of course, everybody. Skyrim looked amazing. But I heard from the people that actually went to E3, the game that actually stole the show, from their perspective, was easily BioShock Infinite.
Definitely.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But I mean, I already knew. I mean, it was surprised. That game, I do have to say, I'm looking forward to that game.
BioShock Infinite.
Despite the fact that it probably won't be out to Christmas of next year.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
There is actually no gameplay footage of it. They started behind closed doors.
No.
Really?
There is a few tidbits of stuff that was released a little bit.
Because I heard it was like
earlier.
behind closed doors.
But it wasn't like hardcore, but there's like a little bit of like action.
Yeah, I think I know
it was
what
just
you're
like
talking
a snippet, but
Yeah.
then that's it.
There is that one
So-
trailer though that's good enough to steal the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, BioShock Infinite.
Alright, so now that we're talking about the things that were E3, how about the things that we think should have been E3? Maybe games that may or not even be out yet. So let's start off with my impression. I think if there's anything should have been announced, at least even the Konami conference, is Zone of the Enders 3. Zone of the Enders 3. And that's like the one cult classic and continuing from Zone of the Enders 2. So the only like revolutionary mech games coming back on PlayStation 2. No one's talking about it mainly because no one's developing. Like freaking Hideo Kojima, who knows what he's doing right now, but I think Konami's pulling it off.
Well, I got one too, man. Where's Half-Life Episode 3?
Yeah,
That Valve said it's not. Don't hold your breath. They said.
What happened to Metal Gear Solid Rising, man?
Yeah,
Where is it?
Where's a lot of games, man? Where's
They slacked on a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
They really did. It feels like everything was rushed.
Well, it feels like so much is catered to the casual with Kinect and motion controls and stuff, and they're less
It's like they're
they're less
catering more to
concerned.
the kids
They're
rather
less
than like.
they're less concerned with hardcore gamers now, because they know that hardcore gamers are gonna buy this stuff anyway. So I think right now they're focused on strumming up new business instead of shotguns.
So, I guess with all this, when do you think we'll see another interesting E3 game?
You know what? I
When
think
motion
TGS,
control dies down.
I think TGS is probably gonna be better.
Tokyo Game Show.
Tokyo Game
Oh,
Show.
probably.
I'm pretty sure.
But I think E3 will be big again when motion control dies down, and casual's kind of like, gotten in a little, settled down.
I'm giving them 5 years.
5 years.
5 years, I hope so.
I'm pretty sure this year's TGS is gonna destroy this year's
New
E3.
consoles, so they could.
Yeah, the new consoles could be the redeeming.
Well, I mean, supposedly Xbox is coming to E3 next year, and then
Yeah.
PS3 is supposed to be the year after that. We'll see. But I mean,
I'm talking about for now.
Yeah, but they could.
if they still do the same, if they do the same crap where they bring a new console, but then they have some stupid casual shit from the rest of it, it's not gonna do any different. It'll probably be like Nintendo, where they think it's all great, and then everything else sucks, and we still didn't accomplish anything.
Yeah, there we go, man. This E3's been disappointing. Your final grade for this year's E3?
My personal grade for it was D, just a flat D, no pluses, no minus. It was just disappointing.
A D. Yeah, I give it a D.
Anybody
Might
else
give it a
that
C just for
I
that.
agree with a D, man. It was terrible.
The only new announcement, the only thing we learned was the price of the Vita and the and the Wii U.
I give it a 69.9 out of 100.
grade?
70?
No, 69.9. It's not quite a D.
I guess it's a
an
D
F.
plus.
It's an F.
Yeah, fine.
Almost a D. But because Sony, Nintendo, and pretty much everything else was just so bad, minus the
I would
Vita.
say it was one word to describe this E3. Underwhelming.
Underwhelming.
That's it. I was underwhelmed.
Underwhelming.
That's it.
So that about wraps it up. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe. That's about it. Stay sharp.